Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, not in your bed, not in your city, not even in your country. You open your eyes and realize you're standing in ancient Rome. No phone, no internet, no antibiotics, no toilet paper. Good luck. Most people think they'd love it. The mighty Roman Empire, massive arenas, legendary soldiers, epic architecture. But here's the problem. Ancient Rome wasn't built for tourists, it was built for survivors. And statistically, you probably wouldn't make it very long. Let's start with the first challenge: staying alive. Today, if you get sick, you visit a doctor. In ancient Rome, you hope the doctor knew what he was doing. Because Roman medicine was experimental. Headache, maybe some herbs, broken bone, fair enough. But many illnesses were mysteries. And disease was everywhere. Crowded streets, dirty water, poor sanitation. One infection could turn into a death sentence. Imagine trying to explain germs to a Roman. He'd probably stare at you and say, "So you're telling me invisible creatures are making me sick?" Then he'd laugh, and then probably die from invisible creatures. But maybe you're lucky. You survive. Now comes the next problem. Your job. Most Romans weren't emperors. They weren't wealthy senators. They weren't lounging around eating grapes. Most worked hard: farmers, builders, laborers. The kind of work that would make modern office workers beg for spreadsheets. No weekends, no paid leave, no work-life balance. If you told a Roman you were suffering from burnout, he'd probably assume something was literally on fire. And then there's food. People imagine giant Roman feasts, and yes, those existed. For the rich. For everyone else, life was less glamorous. One bad harvest could mean hunger. One drought could mean disaster. One shipment delayed could affect thousands. Today, if dinner is late by 30 minutes, people leave angry reviews. Romans had a much bigger problem. Sometimes dinner simply didn't exist. But let's say you've adapted. You're healthy, you have work, you have food. Congratulations, you've unlocked a new fear: entertainment. Today, we watch Netflix. Romans watched gladiators. Thousands of people packed into arenas to watch fights. Some were volunteers, many weren't. And the crowd loved it. Imagine explaining modern entertainment to a Roman. We spend hours watching strangers argue online. Honestly, they'd probably think we were the weird ones. Now here's something funny. Let's say you somehow meet Socrates. Yes, I know he wasn't Roman. Just go with it. You ask him, "How do I survive in this world?" And Socrates replies, "What is survival?" 3 hours later, you're more confused than when you started. And somehow, you've enrolled in a philosophy class. But here's what surprised me most about ancient Rome. The people weren't that different from us. They worried about money. They worried about family. They worried about the future. Parents wanted better lives for their children. Young people wondered what they were supposed to do with their lives. Old people complained that the younger generation was ruining everything. Some things never change. Under all the marble statues and military victories, there were just people. People trying to make it through another day. Just like us. So, could you survive ancient Rome? Maybe. If disease didn't get you, if starvation didn't get you, if crime didn't get you, if war didn't get you, if bad luck didn't get you. The truth is, you don't need to survive a gladiator fight to survive ancient Rome. You just need to survive being an ordinary person. And that was hard enough. So the next time your Wi-Fi goes down, or your phone battery hits 2%, or your food delivery takes an extra 20 minutes, remember, somewhere in ancient Rome, a guy was worrying about whether he'd have food next month. And somehow, he kept going. That's what makes their story so incredible.